What's up YouTube? This is your boy KCG Trades coming to you live with my first ever YouTube video. In this channel I will be talking all things stock market, long-term investing, day trading, swing trading will all be covered in this channel. And to give you a bit of a background of myself, I am not a professional, just to be clear, but I am a day trader and swing trader. The reason I started this channel is because I want to share my knowledge and my experience with a new investor, a new trader, to help them go along the right track, to show my mistakes that I've made, and also to track my progress with my investing and my trading. Like I said, I'm not a professional, so mistakes will happen on a regular basis, and that's why I want to record my progress to see how I'm getting better and how I can improve in the future to be a better trader and investor. With that being said, the 5 reasons why I think you should invest in the stock market begins now. Let's go. The first reason why I believe you should invest in the stock market is because over the long term, the stock market has been the #1 highest return on investment compared to other investment tools such as mutual funds, GICs, and bonds. To give you an example, if you take a look at my screen, I have Amazon pulled up for January 1st, 2010. The price was $136.64. If you bought Amazon stock on January 1st, 2010 and held that all the way until today with a $10,000 investment, your investment would have increased 1,100%, giving you a total of over $100,000. Now, I'm not saying that every investment you make will increase by 1,100%, but I'm saying over the long term, opportunities like these happen a lot. Especially with Amazon, Netflix, Facebook. If you were one of the lucky ones to have invested early, I'm sure you have made a killing. The second reason why I believe you should invest in the stock market is to create a secondary passive income for yourself. I know a lot of people that want to make more money but don't have the time to get a second job or work on the weekends because, of course, we all have our obligations and responsibilities. With investing in the stock market, if done right, you can create a secondary passive income for yourself that can help you possibly pay those bills, get out of debt, buy those extra groceries, or even live that luxurious lifestyle that you've always wanted. Without having to compromise 20 to 40 hours of your free time, all it takes is a couple hours per week. Of course, you will have to do some research and some study, but that can be done 1 hour a day or maybe 1 hour a week to study the market, study the certain stocks that you're interested in to possibly create that extra income for yourself. Which brings me to my next point and number 3 on the list on why you should invest in the stock market is you get to choose what you're invested in. With other investment tools, usually you don't get a say in what you get to invest in. Usually banks just give you a couple of options and you pick the best one for you. But with the stock market, you get to invest in what you really believe in. My advice is invest in companies that you're actually interested in. I know when I'm invested in a company that I'm actually interested in, I look at their charts, I look at their financials, I look at the head of the board, I look at the CFO, I look at the CEO, I look at everything regarding the company. And the more research you put in towards a certain company, it gives you a better idea of whether or not you should invest in them. Another reason why I believe you should invest in companies that you're interested in is because when you buy shares of a company, you become a shareholder. What that basically means is you become a part owner of that company. Although for us retail investors, the amount of shares we buy towards a company will not affect the company at all, it is nice to say you are a part owner of Nike, for example. Which leads me to my next point and number 4 on the list is you get to choose how long you invest in the company. The good thing about the stock market is you can buy and sell as many times as you want. You are not locked into anything. If you're invested in a stock that isn't doing well, you can cut your losses and find a new one. Or you're in a stock that is doing very well and you want to take your profits, you can do so as well. And that is why I love the stock market. You can choose how many shares to buy, how many shares to sell, what price to buy, what price to sell, what day you want to buy, what day you want to sell. You're in control, and that is the great thing about the stock market because everyone loves to feel in control. Another great thing with the stock market is you can control how much shares you buy at any time, but also keep adding in the future. I know a strategy for a lot of investors is to buy a certain amount of shares once, but as the trend keeps going, to keep adding onto their position. And with the stock market, you can do that. You can keep buying, and buying as the trend goes up. And once you feel like the trend reverses on you, you can sell some shares or you can sell all of your shares. You are in control. And the last reason why I believe you should invest in the stock market, or at least learn how to invest in the stock market, is because a market crash is inevitable. And I know half of you are saying, wait, what do you mean it's inevitable? Why would I invest in the stock market if it's about to crash? I am not saying that the market will crash this year. I'm not saying the market will crash next year. I don't know when the market will crash, but I do know for sure the market will crash eventually. For the past 9 years, we have been in a bull market, and I know that whatever goes up must come down. Like I said, I am not a professional and I do not know when the market will crash, but I know that if something goes up for 9 years, eventually, maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 2 years from now, next month, I don't know, the market will crash. The reason I put this at number 5, and this actually might be the most important for you to learn how to invest in the stock market, is because when the market crashes, that is the best time to invest. When the stock market does crash, that is when serious wealth is made. If you are able to invest in the stock market when every company is on sale, you will be able to generate massive wealth for yourself. The reason I know this is because a lot of people have generated wealth based off market crashes. There is an old saying, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. When the stock market is crashing, have cash ready on the side and be ready to invest, because that is when the best investments are made. I personally hope the market doesn't crash anytime soon, but once again, I will be ready when the time comes that the market does crash, because I know that's when serious wealth is made. So that pretty much sums it up. Those are my 5 reasons why I think you should invest in the stock market. If you liked what you saw, please give me a like, comment, subscribe, or even share with your friends. Anything will help. I really appreciate you guys watching the video, and stay tuned for more. Take care.